Let's begin by settling the body, adopting a stable, comfortable, upright position, serviceable for meditation. So I think about keeping our feet flat and our back straight, torso open, hands in the lap, right over left, with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching. The eyes are gently closed or slightly open, making sure we let in enough light to remain alert. Try to maintain an awareness of not slouching, not leaning. But we also let go of any unnecessary tension or rigidity in the body, relaxing into a stable, comfortable, upright position, just allowing the body to fall into place. And we begin to let go of attending to our environment, allowing sights and sounds to be as they are. No need to investigate, constraining our awareness just to the body and mind. Letting go of thoughts of the past, plans for the future. Bringing our awareness into the present by attending closely to the physical sensation that accompanies the in-breath and the out-breath in the space around the opening of the nostrils. Noticing quickly when anything other than that one physical sensation is arising in the mind. And then without judgment or frustration, lifting your awareness up from those distractions and placing it gently but firmly again and again on the breath. And then when the mind feels more calm, we'll generate a broad and altruistic motivation for our time. So we generate a sense of gratitude, for the leisures and endowments of our lives. In particular, having come across the Buddha's liberating wisdom, day by day, we are able to understand more and more deeply what to practice, what to adopt, and what to discard. And the purpose of gaining that knowledge is to put it into practice, to ultimately achieve that ultimate result of the full flourishing of our potential. And we wish for that result not solely for our own benefit, but primarily to be of benefit, to take those tools, those abilities, and direct them to the countless other sentient beings that would still be stuck within cyclic existence. Think along those lines and generate the wish to put this knowledge into practice for the benefit of others. And then with that motivation, today we will finish the list of the 8 general sufferings, going through the final 4. And the first of these is the meeting of the unpleasant. So we consider just our own lived experience. Day by day, we meet with other people who we find difficult. We find ourselves criticized, competed with, and sometimes people express harmful intent, or they simply irritate us. Environmentally, we experience hot and cold in the extremes. Our days are filled with unpleasant sounds, traffic, construction, jarring music, loud neighbors. Our days are full of unpleasant odors coming across painful surfaces that are rough or sharp or contaminated. Sometimes we feel unsafe. Sometimes we feel stressed or demeaned. So just think back about your actual lived experience. How there's never been even a single day when you haven't met with that which is unpleasant. Has there even been a single hour? And reflect on how much energy you have expended and will expend trying to avoid the unpleasant, and how they're never ultimately successful. If we remain in cyclic existence, we will continue to meet the unpleasant. There's no arrangement of circumstances, no location or relationship that can permanently protect you. And the second suffering is separation from the unpleasant. I'm sorry, separation from the pleasant. So we think, again, in our lived experience, that we've separated from loved ones again and again. In our lives, we've formed many attachments, friends, relatives. People have moved away. Relationships have deteriorated through conflict, through growing apart. Children grow up, move away. And finally, we separate in the death of others or oneself. Our circumstances that are pleasurable also change over time. We may become accustomed to a particular home or neighborhood, and then have to be separated. We may have a position of respect or authority that ends. We may have accumulated wealth that declines. And as we move through the aging process, the vigor and vitality of the body itself begins to slip away. So think of everything pleasant that is occurring now. And recognize that none of these are permanent. This cycle of meeting and separating from what we enjoy is the nature of cyclic existence. This pattern has repeated and will repeat. Without end, if we don't put an end to our own samsara. And the third is not gaining what we desire. So we think over the course of this life, the goals that we've pursued, success in our careers, financial security, social status, relationships, improving our physical attractiveness, gaining skills, knowledge, experiences. Many of our desires, our goals remain unfulfilled. There are many obstacles that arise. Sometimes external circumstances beyond our control have interfered. We face rejection, We make certain assumptions that don't pan out. Think how many hours have been spent pursuing desires that were never fulfilling, goals that never materialized. And how often can we say that obtaining goals actually deeply improved our lives or gave rise to a sense of satisfaction rather than simply a new goal, a new desire, and kept us trapped in wanting more and more. Recognize again that there is no arrangement of circumstances that can satisfy desire within cyclic existence. Desire is not the result of not having, it's the result of a mind that misunderstands the nature itself and external reality, believing that obtaining that which we would like, being separated from that which we do not like, will bring true happiness. And contemplate the futility of this endless cycle. And the final suffering is having appropriated, contaminated aggregates. And contaminated simply means ordinary, having past karma and delusion as its origin. So I think this body is the basis for physical pain. We can experience injury, hunger, thirst, exhaustion, the deterioration of aging because of the body. The body develops feelings of pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral, which serve as the basis for our attachment, aversion, and delusions, our clinging, our aversion, our ignorance. These give rise to elaborate stories about self and other, which gives rise to actions, some virtuous, some non-virtuous. And these ripen as future experiences within samsara. So our present suffering and our future suffering flow from having contaminated aggregates. The body and mind we inhabit are not truly ours. They arose from causes and conditions, from past action mixed with delusion. And their nature is dissatisfaction. So allow these contemplations to give rise to a strong, clear understanding that samsara is to be transcended. And rest your mind in that determination to create new causes, new conditions for liberation and full enlightenment. And then when you're ready, we'll come back together. And we'll dedicate. So recollect your altruistic motivation and think that by having engaged in this contemplation, you've actualized that motivation, which has generated positive energy in your mind. And think that you freely offer the fruit of your practice, that positive energy for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception. Thinking strongly when this positive energy ripens, may it serve as a cause and condition to eliminate war and conflict, poverty, famine, disease, disasters, all painful inner and outer conditions. May it fully ripen the minds of all sentient beings. May they quickly meet perfect teachers and arise in the state of full enlightenment. May I too achieve the state of enlightenment so that I might work for the benefit of sentient beings perfectly. May any obstacles facing the Guru's long life be completely dispelled. And may I and all sentient beings in this moment come under the joyful care and guidance of enlightened beings. May we be guided and protected until we swiftly achieve that state of enlightenment. Thank you.
Thank you.